Ugh, just another nightmare.
Hello, hello, hello. And good morning. Welcome back. This is early for me. I'm Jacka. This is Just That Horns, and the game is Hades 2. I'm awake. I mean, it's not that the time itself is super. I mean, it's a little early for me. I'm pretty nocturnal. But it's not like abhorrently early, but it is very early for me to be recording, that's for sure. I don't usually record at like fuck off early in the morning, but today we're doing it. So if I sound a little bit like not here, that's why. I did not have time to record yesterday. I meant to. I theoretically should have, but honestly, like I just kept putting out fires all day, and like everything kept going insane. I couldn't get my crew onto the right place. Everything was like going weird and like IRL. Like just my dude had to go to the doctor. Like it was just like one of those days that like every time that I would need to sit down and like record, something else set on fire, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. So emergency day of recording because this has been a very busy freaking week. So I am pretty heavily considering turning down our fear today, just because I really kind of just want to get that that last bit of Python goop. One of his eyeballs, I think. So I'm kind of tempted to turn down the fear just so that I actually get through it, especially in the morning. Like I feel like my reflexes ain't gonna be too hot, let's be honest here. So yeah. Anyways, the other thing that's happened is that yesterday we got our 50 subscriber video out finally. It's our little thank you to you guys for your support and your time and your energy and vibing with us. It's just a little video time lapse of the phone wallpaper that's up, and hopefully it works as a phone wallpaper. I'm trusting the internet on that one. I mean, it's weird because my phone is not a normal phone. I have a Razr Flip like kind of phone, so it's like larger lengthwise than normal. Phones come in so many different sizes now that like something saying, "Oh, this is a decent size and shape for a phone." I'm like, okay, trusting you, internet. But I'm like, yeah, but is this old info? So hopefully it works for everybody. I know my dude's phone does some weird stuff with it, but his phone is also possessed by the devil. So like, you know, it's hard to say. Is it my phone? It does fine, but it's a little bit like my phone is unusually tall. His phone is just evil. So like, we have like, difficulty testing shit with that. But hopefully that works. It's if you do not know where that is to get, there is a new link in our profile that goes to Ko-fi, and you should be able to just go to gallery, or you can go down a little bit and there's a post that says thank you very much and get links the image there. Excuse me, links the image there as well. And yeah, you just click it and there should be a high-res download available, and it is 100% free. No need to tip or anything like that, although tips are appreciated. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that periodically. I think we'll do something similar for 100 subscribers. I enjoyed it, although I will say next time I will not trust usually I use Clip Studio Paint. That is my general program of choice, although I am trained in Photoshop and I use Affinity as well. Photoshop's just way too fucking expensive. It's completely overpriced and like very money grubby. So, and then also with some of its more recent behavior, I don't even think it's used as an industry standard anymore. It certainly isn't used in my specific area. So I use primarily Clip Studio Paint, which is a lot better for comic artists in general, depending on the company and preference and all that kind of stuff. But I prefer Clip Studio for some of the tools that it has. I prefer Photoshop in general, but I'm not paying that much money. It's just too expensive. And at this point, I've transitioned pretty fully over to Clip Studio, and they have a recording system as well, and it's actually really good. So I'm used to it, and I did not know that Procreate, apparently Procreate, so difference here is that when you record time lapses with Clip Studio Paint, it records the whole screen. It actually records the whole screen to an annoying amount, because you can sometimes get some really weird shit happening, because like I will oftentimes draw very small for my sketches, and then I make them bigger, and then I make them bigger, and then I make them bigger as I go through my set. So like I start with like a tiny sketch in the corner, and then it gets to be like bigger, and it's like half the screen, and then it gets to be bigger, and it's like half the screen. And the one downside with Clip Studio is that because it records the whole canvas, my editor has to do some shenanigans. But that I feel like is pretty normal. Procreate, and it keeps the resolution I use. I should specify. So let's just say that I have an image that's 500 by 500 pixels. Well, the recording will be at 500 by 500 pixels. Now, if I do the same image, but I do it at 3000 by 3000 pixels, which for context is very large and used primarily for printing. And even then, it'll still record it at 3000 by 3000. That's just kind of how it works. It will record no matter what your screen size. Procreate doesn't say what it's doing, and it just kind of records. So I've used it before and not had any problem, but apparently it is locked at a 1080p resolution, which for those of you who don't know what that is, that's a basic computer screen is 1080p. Like 1920 by 1080 is pretty basic computer height. Like the height of your screen is 1080, unless you have a really big monitor. And then for YouTube videos, 1080p is usually excepting 4K, 1080p is as high as you go. So when something says it records at 1080p, that's what you want. That's fine. But apparently it records at 1080p at the largest side, not just like as a resolution. So when it says that it records at 1080p, it doesn't actually record at 1080p. It records the max height at 1080p. So in the case of something like a vertical image, it fucks up the resolution really bad because of the fact that it considers the tallest point 1080p. I know that's kind of confusing if you're not a video person or a digital illustrator, but all you basically need to know is that it doesn't record it 1080p the way that this might be recorded at 1080p, or the way that you would watch a YouTube video at 1080. What it records instead is the tallest point as its baseline, and then kind of downgrades everything else. I don't really know how else to explain it better than that. I know it's weird. I don't really super understand it. All I can tell you is that if you record on an iPad for a time lapse through Procreate and your image is vertical, it does not record well. So for future situations, if I use the iPad, I will keep the full screen basically, and we'll just edit it into a vertical state, or I'll just record on Clip Studio Paint. I just couldn't at the time. Like I don't actually have a desk available for my Windows tablets, so we were sticking to the iPad. But you know, there's actually a new thing that I'd like to get that would fix that problem. So we'll see if I can afford it. Anyway, that tangent and a half is over. There is a free download for our little thank you image if you would like it, and if you would not like it, then that's fine too. Let's play a game.
Fear me.
I do not fear you. You don't want to talk, so we're just gonna little around here. You do want to talk. Ooh, hold on. Decorations. 1 second.
What's on the agenda?
New. What's new? Oh, the gods. Oh no. Don't really want that. Oh, I could afford it. Shouldn't, right? I don't see anything new here, girl. You lying to me? Oh, or is it because this is this? Maybe it's this. We have so many apples.
You know what? Sure.
Gotcha. Who is that?
Just in case the rubbish Eris strews about isn't warning enough.
Boom.
Be funny. I gotta say. I want this more.
Let's try this on.
I mean, I guess.
Don't
This
judge
can
my
become
frog.
a haven for more than
God.
just shades.
I mean, I guess.
Don't judge my frogs. Oh, I love them. Very good. Look at all the different patterns. 10 out of 10. All right, what's up, Morris?
How can you be so certain that there are no more weavings taking place? That rather than the fates setting the course of our lives, there's no pattern anymore. Only sheer mindless chance.
I never said I was certain. Only that I no longer sensed my sister's work. And it's a relatively well-honed sense. But I've also never been apart from my sisters like this. I feel unmoored.
Yeah, I imagine that's a difficult new experience.
As though you don't know where you're going. To me, everything feels the same as ever. Present circumstances notwithstanding. How much control did the fates truly have?
They are highly influential, I can tell you that. But can they force your every action, every thought? Of course not. You are conscious. It was your choice to speak with me just now.
But the fates knew we'd meet.
Precisely.
I feel like that's more prediction. They knew you'd meet, but not necessarily what you'd
Help
do
yourself.
after that. I mean, I can predict some of that too. You know, you can predict you'll run into certain people. I like the idea of like, the fates may direct the overall pattern, but what you do in it affects things, you know? It's kind of funny because I work with fiber a lot. I primarily knit and crochet, but I also sew, and, you know, I like to work with my hands. And anyone can tell you that when you work with things like fibers, and with anything really that's traditional media, but with fibers in particular, no matter how hard you try, there's always going to be something weird that happens. The yarn will be strange in a singular spot, or the string will have a weird thing that has happened to it. You know what I mean? Like, they're not perfect pieces. You have to cut and change and move things around because of like major flaws in your material, or because of like there'll be weird lumps in it. It's just like you can literally use the exact same material and make the exact same item over and over and over and over and over again, and every single one of them will be slightly different. It's just the nature of anything that's made by hand, and particularly things with fiber arts, because like an exact skein of yarn can still be different. You know, one, the lots dyes are different oftentimes, but even just like the material, I've bought, oh gosh, what's it? I think it's, I don't remember the brand. I'm blanking really hard. It might be right here. It is not. Is it right there? Hold up. I'll take it back. It might be here. No. There's a brand of yarn that you can get it. You used to be able to get at Joann's. Joann's is gone now. I don't really like using acrylic yarn, but it's cheaper, so it's more inexpensive for people to buy, and it's also more available locally. So like, and honestly, more natural materials are unfortunately sometimes really expensive locally, because you only get them at the specialty stores. There is a brand of yarn that I recently got, and this could be a sign of bad quality, because it technically is a habit of bad quality, is that I bought them because they came in a bunch of pride colors, and I bought a bunch of them because they were going out of business. And I've had, most of them are perfect. They're the same. They have no problems whatsoever. But there are occasional gains that I get in that huge wad of yarn that I got where the yarn is totally fucking different. Like, it is a completely different texture. It is a completely different thickness. It fucks up all my shit, because like the hats that I make with that yarn are already planned out for that yarn. I've already adjusted my pattern for that yarn. And then I pick up one of these skeins, and I've gotten to the point where I can determine the texture and adjust based on them now. But initially, I didn't know the difference until I figured it out. It doesn't stretch as much, and it's a little bit thicker, and it causes a completely different hat. If you just pick those two skeins up side by side, normally in the store, you can't really tell the difference. You can only really tell the difference when you've got it in your hands and you've started working with it and you start feeling it do a little bit less stretching. And it's just a little less behaved. And that's it. That's the only difference that you can tell. But it creates a completely different product. And I like to think that that's kind of what's happening with the Fates, you know? They're weaving, they have ideas, they have plans, but there's so many individual bits and bobs going on, you know? Hundreds of thousands of threads that no matter what they do, it's always not going to be exactly what they plan. You know, you can make an ideation of what you want and how you want to get there, but there's always going to be something that changes that path. And I think even the Fates would have like that kind of thing going on with the whole weaving metaphor. Anybody who knows weaving, anybody who knows anything working with fiber arts knows that like it's never exactly how you plan. You always have like some shit to deal with, some little wild threads causing some mayhem. I don't know. I like the whole you are conscious kind of added it. I don't know. That's good. It's good. Good.
Hey, about the other night, are you all right with everything? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Babe, stop. You said you never had any regrets about me. Probably lying to yourself, but still. We had our fun, so what?
Perhaps I'm just not yet accustomed to what you consider fun. I've had a lot of other things to think about.
And you always will. But if you don't leave room for any mayhem in your life, it's gonna be a real drag, I swear.
Yeah, you know, fucking right.
Mayhem? We were talking about fun.
Same thing.
Yeah, I agree with her. You know, I agree. Sometimes you just gotta let the chaos flow. If you try to strictly ordain all your life, you will be bored.
There's something new here.
Oh, I used enough kudos. Oh, look at all the goop.
Crossroads shall yet flourish as never before.
Nice, nice. Wait, did I see it? Yeah, I did. Oh, lowest depth with different aspects. Okay, interesting.
Alas.
Alas.
You look unwell. Returning is difficult, I know. Tell me if you need anything.
No, I just woke up without sleeping well. It's a different problem, Hecate.
I think I'm all right. Thank you, Headmistress. How do you manage it when you're out of sorts?
Oh, I've a draft for every mood and more. Sorrow, pain, anxiety, love, sickness, dispassion, rage, fear, nausea, cowardice, all sensations one can rectify. Whether with mental fortitude or, failing that, a potent drink.
Can I have one for morning? Just for getting up?
Perhaps some other time.
What I need right now. I think my partner's making coffee, though. He makes a really, really fucking good coffee.
One, please.
I do wonder what the ashes are used for. What's left?
Oh.
Oh, you look okay. You're good.
You know mortals better than anybody here. Prometheus claims that the gods are cruel, and that he fights not for the Titan Lord, but mortal kind. What do you make of all that?
Look, I've known mortals who think gods can be uncaring. Some of them defy the gods, even in death. Others understand that gods are everything, really. We have only this world, more beautiful than it is flawed.
You're speaking in the abstract. I want to know your personal opinion here, Odysseus. Are the gods in the wrong? Did we bring this on ourselves?
My personal opinion is that gods and mortals are a complicated bunch, and that you shouldn't doubt yourself, lest you falter. If I felt you or the good witch were in the wrong, I'd tell you so.
You swear to that?
Aye, goddess.
Yeah, I agree. I think in this particular case, beating yourself to high hell and back is not going to help. Besides, realistically speaking, it isn't the gods here that are responsible for this. Like, knowing whether or not the gods were responsible previously, I don't know how it would help you in this particular case. Moving forward, absolutely. Like when the problem is solved, then yes, you need to know what caused the problem. And maybe if it's one of those situations where you can't solve the problem without knowing the problem. But in this particular case, you know the problem, and at this point, the problem isn't mortal behavior. The problem right now is an unwieldy time god and Prometheus. And at the moment, if you can't discuss with them like a normal person, then you have to do what you have to do until you can discuss with them. Like, if a bitch ain't open to communication, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Like, it really doesn't. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't let them destroy the world. Like, that's kind of like, you know, I don't care how much you love mortals, letting a giant ravaging beast, you know, splatter all over the planet sure as fuck ain't gonna help it. Like, so I don't know on that front. I think you gotta deal with the problem in front of you and then work on fixing the behavior. But ideally, you would just have a normal communication thing and be like, you know, I felt really bad when you split me into 1,000 pieces due to my cruelty as a parent. And then you can, you know what I mean? Like, you have to have a talk. You can't fix things by just, like, blowing them up.
Oh, you're up.
Hey. I thought we were admiring you. We were admiring plants. I'd admire you. I give you presents. Damn it. Hate my
Pleased to
presents.
see you well again, Your Grace. Don't know about you, but last night was hard fought for me. Those Kronos warship crews don't seem to tire out.
No, I think it's just because there's so many of them.
Icarus, I thought I told you I'm not your grace. I may be the princess of the underworld by birth, but here I serve the unseen, the same as you.
Yeah.
I know, it's just, I don't want any special treatment here. Other shades all seem to be polite with you. And I like calling you Your Grace, as long as you don't mind.
Kinky?
Just not too often, then.
Yes, yes.
Cute little nugget. I wish I could give him something, but I can't. One moment, Jazz is trying to decide what he wants in life. Do you want to cuddle or do you want to walk around me like a shark? You want in the window? What's your emotional status here, buddy? What's your plan? I don't know if the mic picked it up, but he goes, wow, wow. Oh, we need more traits. Do you want cuddles? I can hold you. I have arms. As long as you don't mind me holding the controller as well. Oh, dang it. Dang it. They're using the soup pot. Cookies, cookies, cookies. Cookies, cookies. Oh, we need S-Dust. S-Dust, S-Dust. Okay, yeah, I really want those last cookies, so S-Dust it is. Let's go ahead and run one of these. Ooh, there's something new here. Oh.
We bid you welcome to the vanguard of the underworld.
It's a relief you're not a vengeful adversary who deceived me into casting a spell that awakened his true and terrifying might, Commander, but do you feel any different after the augmentation of bone density or not?
Oh, you know, I do feel somewhat tougher than before, young one, so thanks. That's really all I figured your incantation was gonna do, but I had you going, didn't I?
I suppose, but mostly you just made me realize that I'd be very sad if some evening you did not come back. You're not just our commander, you're my friend.
Aw.
Would you really mean that, kiddo? Because let's face it, sometimes all I do is stand here. And not even sometimes.
Aw, come on.
Of course I mean it, sir.
Oh, now come on.
Immediately gift him.
I know you don't want nectar at this point, but what if I were to offer you ambrosia, sir? In fact, it's not even hypothetical, so here.
Well, this is a most handsome gift, and it has left me speechless, for I have not received such kudos since your own brother gave to me a similar reward long ago.
Truly, what was the circumstance then? Though this is no reward, merely a mark of our long-standing camaraderie.
The circumstance was that the boyo had repeatedly made use of me for target practice at around that time, so the ambrosia was in recompense.
Yeah,
I see.
that sounds not inaccurate. All right, have you settled on your spot? Are you content there? We'll never know. That's it. My rodent brain took a long time to remember what I was looking for.
What would Chaos have me do?
Oh, no. We're not awake enough for the skull. Ooh. Oceana's aspect of the Morrigan. Sounds fun. Oh, so tired. We're doing our best right now, buddies. Now we're gonna do this call.
I can do this.
I have not been sleeping good.
That's convenient.
Okay.
Something's happened.
I have an interest in evaluating this domain.
All right.
The
Specials are
morning
faster.
fields.
Interesting. Very cast heavy. This is the one that has the Olympian buff too. We'll see if I can remember how to use that. This one's a bomb. Okay.
What do they
That
want?
is not the way. I gotta go this way. Oh, hello. Oh boy. I have to see if my rodent brain can pick up today.
All quiet.
Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, boop, boop. Very cast heavy. Okay. So, super cast heavy. Where's that tree? That's what I need.
Grow golden once again.
I can smell bacon. My partner is awesome.
Ashes.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I just suspect this might be a toss the cast down, spin around with spin around in circles build.
Something
Go
about this
special
night
heavy.
is troubling. As though some force of will yawned forth from the very depths of chaos. But you wouldn't know anything of this, would you?
No. No. Ooh. While standing in a gust, you randomly fire gales. Oh no.
I think I'm finished here.
Follow, follow. Yeah, that's definitely the
Remember
way.
that.
Plop down the cast and then just spin around in it.
You're in the morning fields. I wonder, does the hyacinth grow there? The flower of a gentle prince long gone. Once the underworld reopens, perhaps I could go seek him out.
Gentle Prince Long Gone. Interesting. I don't think I know that one. I'm liking the days because I think we have a lot, but in this case, I want something on my attacks. To have something. Do the shop. We can buy snacks and only snacks. I should have checked the money. Oh well. Or snacked up. Okay, we have options this time. Moon and Demeter, health, money, magic. I think I lean this way.
More shades. Flourish and reveal my path. Where was I? Lady Demeter, I'm grateful for your strength. This is hardly fitting in exchange, but please accept it.
It seems there are such youth today as still can show my generation due respect. I am pleased my own granddaughter is such an example.
In the name of Hades.
I'm not against that. No point in that one. Or that one, so. Oh, sorry. We'll do that. I am struggling.
2 left.
EP today.
Shiver.
Go, go. Ooh, scuttle around, but we got it. We got it. Took some damage, but not a huge amount. Take it. We're leaning so heavily into that. Let's lean even further. Oh, moon. I ran right into that.
Need shells.
Okay. That was a little scuffy. Can't check that right now.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
Bro.
None of my light pierces this dismal region normally, but for you, little star, I shall not hesitate to pierce the heavens and the earth alike. Together, let us strive for victory.
Thank you. This is not gonna end well. Fighting. I'm fighting.
Together we shine.
Can you not do what you're doing? Fucking lunatic. All right, shop or magic. I have 67 coins. That might get of a snack. That might get us a. Oh, I can speak a snack. There we go. That's all that matters. We get a snack. Hi, Karen. Bye, Karen.
Be safe, Lord Charon.
I love my
Cerberus,
dove.
it's me. Don't you remember?
Okay, I didn't mean to go all the fuck off over there.
You leave that dog alone. You shades,
There we
leave
go.
him alone.
Good boy.
The dreaded watchdog of the gates of hell decides the time has come to take his leave.
Fair enough. He goes. Nice. That's us.
Check. I'm ready. Return to Shadow now.
Hell yeah. Perfect.
The outcome of this trial with keen interest.
Observe the outcome of your trial with keen interest. Okay.
Chaos shall be pleased. Power to change.
Success. All right. So we got cookies in the oven. Everybody should be good. Perfect. We are set up to do what's next. So I'm going to go ahead and check this really quickly. There is a fear-based one with these weapons. Trying to decide. I think it would be smarter for me to not do that. So what I'm going to do is, I think the black coat still needs fate stuff. I think there's one left. Let me double check that. Because I think what we're going to do is easy mode the next run just to get that. Because we've been locked behind that story piece for a little longer than I would like to. So my thoughts are yes. Okay, black coat needs one more. Needs Reaper frame. So I think we're going to remove the fear. Sorry, Dora. I think we're going to remove the fear because there's nothing for the black coat going up. All going down. I think we clear the fear. We're just going to focus on getting through efficiently and trying to get the thing. And we'll go from there because I want to do harder fear stuff, but I'm struggling a little bit too much. And I think I need to get past this story thing. I have a feeling that it's not like the end. I feel like there's going to be more. I don't know for sure, but I just kind of get the feeling. So yeah, that's the plan, is that we are going to pause on our fear thing just to get that piece from Typhon. And it also makes sense too, because I'm still trying to get these fate things for this one, that one, and this one. So that's the plan, but that will be for the next run. So I will say thank you very much for hanging out. Thanks for vibing. Thanks again for helping us hit our milestone, and cheers to a new one. And until next time, laters.